What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Joe Castro, aka Philly Fresco. We back with another one. It's Philly the podcast. Y'all see me? I'm decked out. I'm rocking the Wins jersey till I can't rock it no more. Why not, right? Might as well get the use out of it. What's good to everybody though? What's good to everybody? It is Super Bowl Sunday. It is Super Bowl Sunday. I'm hyped. I'm definitely excited. What's good, Big Play Slay, aka Eagles in the building, Lindy in the building, Jimmy in the building. Who do I got for the Super Bowl? I said that I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs are gonna win. And what was the score that I said? I think I said, what did I say? I think I said 34-28 is the score I'm going with. I think the Chiefs win 34-28. So if I'm right, Nick Foles, Tariq Cohen, and first round pick could be coming to the Eagles as soon as tomorrow. Unless there's a different source, the source that I'm seeing everybody going off of is like no one. It's literally a nobody. I don't know where everybody's like, I let me put it that I don't think that is true. I don't think that that's really the package that they're offering us. I have heard a couple of different things that people have been saying, but yeah, that I don't know who that guy was that posted that, but I don't believe that's true. Bucks 42-38. Okay. Am I the only one happy about that? Happy about what? Happy about what? About that trade? Because I would definitely be mad about that trade. Good news that bad trade is confirmed. Fake the reporter got their source came from a troll. So yeah. I saw Cohen. I forgot about that. Somebody sent me that this morning. Yeah, Cohen actually said on his Twitter that it wasn't real. I totally forgot about that. I'm going with the Chiefs. Theoretically, the Bucks scored more points in the regular season, but the Chiefs can score. I'm going with the Chiefs. Yeah, I think the Chiefs would go crazy. I think the Chiefs are going to go crazy. I think Patrick Mahomes is going to go crazy, to be honest. I mean, you know, Tom Brady didn't really look that good last game. Everybody out here want to like give him that goat stuff. It is what it is. Like he has had a great career, but man threw like 3 interceptions. I'm not betting on that right now. We'll see. Mahomes is that guy. I really do believe that Mahomes is that guy. What's good, Philly J? I'm good. I'm doing good. How are you doing? This day only comes around one day in 365, so we will have a battle for the ages. Hopefully we don't have like a Super Bowl that we had when it was the Patriots versus the Rams. That was boring. That was very boring. I have a bet in 37-31 Chiefs. Okay. Yeah, I did not like that trade. I knew once I heard it, it made no sense really. Like that we were taking on way too much. Like I honestly, yeah, Tariq Cohen could be a great running back. He could be really good. He's small. He's injury prone. If you want to use that word, I hate using that word, but it is what it is. He's injured a lot, and we can get a running back in the draft. Like we don't need to. I feel like that would be such a waste of the assets we can get for somebody like Carson Wentz. So, yeah, I didn't like that trade as soon as I heard it, to be honest. I'll say Nick Foles a first round pick and Anthony Miller. If you give me, I don't want no wide receivers, I don't want no running backs. Give me a defensive player and picks, or just picks. I'm cool with just picks. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have to give us Nick Foles, because I feel like I said this on my video this yesterday morning. And then I felt like it actually became like a real rumor. But like I said this earlier in the morning yesterday, like if you're the Bears, you got to get off of one of those contracts. So you would probably be like, listen, we'll give you Nick Foles, but we'll also give you 2 firsts. You know what I'm saying? To try and like clear that cap room for the Bears. But outside of that, it doesn't make sense to start taking on all these contracts. Like we need to rebuild. Like unless you're a young defensive player, like Khalil Mack would be cool. Like that would look cool. Everybody would be happy about that. It would be nice to have his jersey, but realistically, is he going to help this team for years to come with that contract, especially? Like, I feel like we need to get younger. We need to get draft picks out of these guys. That's what I want. I hear the Bears want to move on from Mack. Is that a possibility? I mean, anything's possible, but I just don't see us taking on a big contract like that. It just doesn't make sense. I feel like we have to get out of this contract, and getting out of this contract, especially if Carson Wentz, like there's rumors that he would be open to restructuring his contract, I should say. So if he can do that, man, I'm with it. It's coming from Natalie Egnolf. I don't know who that is. If they don't have a blue check next to their name, or if they're not at this point, if they're not Adam Schefter, I'm not believing it. And even Adam Schefter's saying some questionable stuff. So like, I don't know what's up with the media lately, but I don't know. It's gonna take a lot more for me to believe a trade rumor like that doesn't really make sense. Can't stop the Mahomes train. Yes, this is his time. This is his time to take that that GOAT title from him. The Chiefs didn't cover much spreads in the second half of the season, but let's not count out the Bucks. They can score pretty. Yeah, no, I think they're both really good teams. I think it's going to be a really good game. Like I said, my score prediction is 34-28. I think it's going to be a good game. He basically Boston Scott. Yeah, I'm good. Tied at 27-27 with 109. Tampa's own 12-yard line when Brady snaps out the locker room, comes Belichick, slams Brady with an arcade. That would be kind of epic. When was the Rumble? Wasn't the Rumble just a couple days ago? Or like a week ago or something like that? That was pretty dope. Jalen Johnson, their rookie cornerback from last year. We should make a swing at him. If we can get young guys, I'm down with it. But I just don't want 28, 29-year-olds. Like, that's not what we need right now. We need to get younger. We need to get assets. I don't want Foles for – it's not really about wanting Foles. Like, I feel like I said, I feel like for the Bears, that's the one way that they can sweeten the pot for themselves. Like, they can make it more understandable for themselves is by going ahead and getting rid of one of those contracts, whether it be him or Mitchell Trubisky. I mean, true, I'd rather have Nick Foles than Mitchell Trubisky. And realistically, Nick Foles might come here, after that trade and just be like, all right, guys, I'm done with the NFL. I'm just good. And he might restructure and just retire as an Eagle. And that might be a double whammy for us. And we might end up saving a lot of money. So I'm not mad at that. And I would be open to the prospect of it, even if he wants to stay as a backup. I think he can serve that role. And I think he can help Jalen Hurts. It would suck taking on that contract, but it is what it is. I think it might be the same trade, but with a different player instead of Cohen. Me personally, I think it's going to be, if I had to put my money on anything, this is what I think it will be. I think it would be Carson and like a fourth or a fifth for maybe Foles. I do think Foles will be involved just because it makes sense. And I don't want to say that Trubisky, it has to be a big ticket player, and it makes sense for it to be a quarterback because you don't want to have three quarterbacks on the roster and none of them you can really just outright cut. So like it makes sense to me to move on from Nick Foles, especially if you're trying to bring somebody back like a Carson Wentz. So in my opinion, Nick Foles might be part of this trade. It might be. It makes sense to me. Like I've said since yesterday, I don't know what made me think of it, but it just really does make sense to me. But other than that, I think we can get 2 firsts on top of that because I do think that Nick Foles makes it a worse trade for us in retrospect. So it's something that we can kind of be like, all right, well, then we need this first and next year's first. And I think the Bears would be willing to do that because this year's first is at 20. So that's not really that like, you're not going to get a quarterback there, especially not a Carson Wentz. And if Carson Wentz is good, they won't be mad about that their second round pick. All right, the other first round pick. So I think 2 first round picks, and then we give up Wentz and like a fifth, and they give us Foles as well. That's what I'm thinking. Which I don't think like on the surface is like fleecing them, but it's nice for us because then you got 2 first round picks for the next 2 years, and then you kind of have to hope that the Bears aren't that good. Just like the Pats became the first team with a losing record to win Super Bowls. Grunt returns Brady's fumble for the touchdown. I get it now. I get it. Nick Foles, a 2022 first and third round pick for it. I don't think that would be a lot. I don't know if we would get that extra third. We might. I think we would have to give a little bit more up. Exactly. That's my thing. At least Foles he would accept the backup role. It doesn't even mean that he's happy with it, but like he would either accept it or he would retire. Like But I think he got more love for Philly right now. He's not gonna play us. That skit was wild, yeah. I wouldn't mind Nick Foles to be in this trade. First off, if we trade Carson, it looks like we don't have a backup. Nate Sudfeld is a free agent. Very true. Very true. And that's the thing. Like if he's down to be a backup, then whatever. If he wants to retire, then whatever. Like, I mean, at that point, you have to take on that contract just to kind of get rid of the guy you have. I'd rather do that than have to give up picks. You know what I'm saying? Which is something that could happen too. We've seen that happen before. LB said how he was at the Senior Bowl looking at QBs. Yeah, I know he didn't look at, but I mean, I know some of his people looked at like a guy that's supposed to be like a mid-round, maybe late-round prospect. I can't remember what. He's from a smaller school, and their jerseys are red, but I can't remember. I can't remember the name of the school or the prospect. It wasn't that big of a deal. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what they do. That's their job is to go scout people. I wouldn't take it as anything big. If he starts going to talk to like Trey Lance, you know what I'm saying? If that's on record, or he goes talks to Justin Fields, it still might not be something to really worry about, just because you have to do that when you're that high in the draft and really see who the best player is. But I mean, that's going to be a story any year. You know, that's what they're going to do any year. I think I skipped over something. What about Kyle Fuller? I wouldn't mind him. How old is he? I don't want nobody over 28 right now on like a big contract, or like even Eddie Jackson is good, but he's 28, and I'm pretty sure he's getting a bag. If not, he's going to be expecting one very soon. I know Khalil Mack makes a bag, so it just doesn't make sense to me to be like I want somebody that can either grow with this team, or I want assets. Or I want somebody that's going to be cut, like Nick Foles, that's going to be gone next year anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It's just you know what I'm saying, like a piece. You're talking about Anthony Miller, the wide receiver. I don't want another wide receiver, especially somebody like that. I just don't feel like we need that. There's so many things we need. Like, we can't be looking at just like cool names, like, oh, we need to fill this roster up. So I think we need to just look at draft picks right now, to be honest. Now, I know everybody doesn't think that Howie can draft, but at some point he's got to hit. At some point. I just want Brady to win. If Brady wins, we might only hear about it 2 more years before he retires, and if Mahomes wins. I mean, I don't know. I think Brady might go quicker if he loses, to be honest. I think if he loses, I think this is it for him. If he wins, he might come back another year and see what happens, but I think he'll probably leave if he loses. I kind of hope he leaves. It's time for the young boys to come in and take over. That mean old Tom Brady didn't shake Foles' hand in the Super Bowl. We'll see if he shakes Mahomes' hand. While theoretically we are shipping out a rapidly humongous contract, and the Bears are dealing the one right now. 2 first-round handle a contract that's cheap. So I'm kind of lost. Which player are you talking about? Because I mean, Nick Foles would be off the contract for 1 year. Like, he would be on contract for 1 year, and then he would either leave or he could restructure and leave early, whatever. But like somebody like Khalil Mack, he's gonna still be getting paid. He's getting paid a lot, and especially for his position. And if you're getting somebody like Anthony Miller, if you're getting someone like Tariq Cohen, those aren't first round picks. Let's put it that way. Those aren't worth a first-round pick. If you can get a first-round pick for Carson Wentz, if the offer is 2 first-round picks or a first-round pick and Tariq Cohen, I'm taking the 2 first-round picks every single time. I want to ship Deshaun Jackson in this trade. He's probably just going to get cut. I don't think anybody wants him at this point, to be honest. I love the dude, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to him, but he's probably going to be gone. Which is better, 2 first and Foles, or 20th Foles or Malik? Malik who? And the free safety and safety. I mean, that's a lot of players. Just give me the pick. Just give me the picks. Like we can't be. I don't want to be the Bears. I don't want to be bringing all these random people in here. We don't. If he feels like, oh, these guys fit what I do, he being Jonathan Gannon, then maybe he looks at some of these players, but like, Nah, man, I'm good, bro. I'm good. And I don't think they would do all that anyways. At this point, just take the two first. If that's what they're down to give you, you know what I'm saying? You take as many assets as you can, but like to take on all these random contracts that you have to now evaluate these guys and nah, man. Either take somebody that's gonna like grow with this team that has, potential to be very good or very great and picks. But picks supersede everything to me. If you know what I'm saying, if you getting first round picks, that supersedes everything to me. Any type of player you can give me right now. If we were like a one piece, like if you asked me in 2017 if I want Khalil Mack or a first, I would take Khalil Mack. That's different. But like we're not in that situation right now. All right, given the third round pick with Carson for getting the first round in 2021, getting the first round in 2020. I mean, just take away both third rounds. I don't want your third. I don't want their third. They can keep their third. We keep our third. Just give me the two first. I'm cool with that. It ain't gotta be too complicated. Just give me your two first, and we good. We are good. We need that BDN energy facts, and with two of them, we will have too much that not even on Super Bowl could contain. Now he'll be Nick Foles is one of the most humble people, bro. He's been in this situation before, bro. He's been in this situation honestly too many times. I feel bad for the dude, but he'll come in here and be a professional. Imagine Jalen isn't our franchise guy, and we have the same issues with Carson Wentz. Well, then we let go of Jalen too, and we just restart. I mean, if we have a whole bunch of first round picks, right, and if we have two first round picks next year, and we suck again this year, we're going to be in position to get a quarterback again. So right now, this is the best spot that you can be in. It's not a good spot. Obviously, you want your team to be good. But when you're bad, this is a good spot to be in because you have assets you can flip to then turn this team around quickly. Do you mean Jamie Newman? I don't know the exact school, but I do know he was at the Senior Bowl. And I think that's the dude. I can't remember. It wasn't that big of a deal to me. At least, maybe I'm overlooking it, but yeah, it really wasn't that big of a deal to me. I don't think he'll be. Maybe if he's there late rounds, but I don't know. I'm more worried about 6 and second round pick and the third round pick right now. What are we going to do with Wentz? Only Bears wide receiver I want is Allen. Yeah, and if you want to give me A-Rob in a first, then we could talk. We could definitely talk. You know what I'm saying? But A-Rob wants a bag too. A-Rob definitely wants some money. And at that point, you just go get Jamar Chase. If you want a wide receiver that bad, just go get Jamar Chase. Or Kyle Pitts. Maybe Kyle Pitts could be the next A-Rob. Brady going to be playing for the next 10 years. I hope not. I ain't trying to deal with that. Darnell Mooney, he's a speedster that Bears had last year. He was a rookie too, so yeah. I mean, if there's young guys they want to give us, but it's gotta be proportionate to what, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to give up one of those first round picks. Like, I don't want it to become a first round and Nick Foles and this random rookie, this guy that has some good attributes. For that, we'll go draft our own random rookie. Like, give me the other first. I'd rather the other first. We getting a first, third, and Foles. I think Foles would be a great mentor for Hurts. I would do that too. I would honestly do that. Take as much as you can. If they don't want to give you 2 first, they only want to give you first and third, do it then. Go ahead. I'm cool with that. I was referencing Carson Wentz and Nick Foles. Oh yeah, they. That's the thing. Like, if you're the Bears, you almost have to give up. Well, not almost. You have to give up Nick Foles because you can't pay all them in. You're gonna bring them right. You want that drama? You want our drama? You can have it. Don't worry, you can have it. Brady Bunch needs to go. And let's not forget week 5, he lost to Foles and was a big baby and went into the locker room. Big facts. Carolina pick for Wentz. 8th. You want to give us if they want to give us their 8th pick, you can have them. You can have him. I'll pack his bags for you. I want Tampa to win. I don't want Andy Reid to win no more Super Bowls. I feel you, man. I feel you. I don't care either way, to be honest. All right, Joe, I'll put you on the spot 6 minutes in the 4th today. Brady or Mahomes? Ooh. That's rough. See, I would have to see the whole game, but if I'm just talking like off the top of my head, I'm going with Mahomes. Real talk. I feel like he is the future, man, and I feel like Tom Brady's great. Don't get me wrong, and he's the greatest of all time as a quarterback. It is what it is. But right now, I'm taking Mahomes. Mahomes is that dude, and his offense is just, they both got very good offenses, but his offense is just a little bit different. Who you think the offensive player from the Bears? I'm thinking right now it's going to be Nick Foles, or because I feel like they have to get off of that contract. And you don't want to keep both of them, right? You wouldn't want Nick Foles and Carson Wentz. Like, I just don't think they would want that drama. But also, part of me is starting to think like this is a BS rumor, if I'm being honest. Because the way that people are just like using, like wording it, just doesn't really, I don't know. But it seems like it's real, so we'll see. Why did we get rid of the coach and backdoor and trade Wentz? There will be a real football heads that will ask that. The whole situation is done. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Maybe there has to be more to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there has to be more to it because, like you said, it all looks dumb. It all looks like on the surface of it, it just looks like it all went wrong out of nowhere. Yeah, Tariq Cohen ain't going nowhere. Tariq Cohen ain't going nowhere. Quick question: why would any team give 2 first-round picks? Why wouldn't the team receive compensation for taking on? Because Wentz's contract really isn't that bad. We see it from Eagles' point of view, just because we have to give up a lot of money now because we had to pay him a lot of guaranteed money, and we see that $60 million if he gets cut, and $30 million next year. But like realistically, if he's traded, the next team I think is paying like on an average like $25 to $28 million a year for the next 4 years, which isn't bad at all. So, I mean, if they really believe in Carson Wentz, it's not a bad contract for someone else. For us, it sucks because we have to give up all that money anyways. It doesn't matter. Carson Wentz in Chicago. I mean, I don't really care about getting any of these players, to be honest. Like unless you're like a all-pro or something, like I really just don't care about these young players. I'd really rather just like build what we have. Like, I don't know if any of these players fit what Sirianni or Gannon want to do on the defense or offense. So it's like all these guys are crapshoots. So I'd rather get the draft capital at this point. Yes, sir. Have a good one. Yeah, I'll just be on here for a little bit. I just want to come on for a little bit of time. Ain't gonna be nothing long. Well, I believe Nick Foles has 2 or 3 years remaining on that contract. Yeah, I mean, but next year he has an out. You can definitely cut him after next year, and not just that. I feel like after this, he might just be good. He might, and he got love for Philly. I don't think he's really looking for nothing crazy. If we really came up to him and was like, "Bro, what do you want to do?" If he was like, "Oh, I want to retire," all right, let's restructure, get you out of here, get you some money, get you out of here, or he might just go. He might, we don't know. I think Nick Foles would be more, flexible with his contract than Carson seems to be. Trey Lance looking good at 6 if we get Bears 20. Hey, man. What would be everyone's reaction if the Eagles somehow snag Lawrence? The Jags may actually be drafting Fields, and Jets apparently are sticking with Darnold. I personally, if the Jets, if the Jags, if Urban Meyer really goes in there against Justin Fields, that would be kind of crazy. But I don't know why he would. It's not like he coached Justin Fields. But, that would be crazy. If we could end up getting Trevor Lawrence, that definitely might be something we look into. What's good, Alexis? What's good, Kayvon? Come on, Jalen. Show us. Exactly. He's out here being a real good person. Like, I like his – like all these stories we hearing about him. I like that. He represented very well. If we get 2 first, we have to take Trey Lance at 6 and Bateman or Tony at 20. Yeah, if we get 2 first, man, then you can still even look at trading back, bro. I would love it. Like, you have so many options. This is 1 year that we actually have so many options. This should be a really fun first night of the draft because usually you're just waiting on that one pick, and you're just sitting there. You know what I'm saying? Can we trade Wentz for Andy Reid to be our new GM? I don't know. He could be our coach again, man. I miss that guy. Miss the big guy. They got rid of Foles because Baby Wentz couldn't handle that. He won the Super Bowl and took us to the playoffs the next year, and the Eagles thought they had something to win. Yeah, I mean that it's crazy because we were in that situation where we're like, oh, we have to make it kind of the situation we are right now, where we're like, we have to make a decision. We can't keep both of them. And also, to his credit, he was getting a bag. Him being Nick Foles. Nick Foles was getting a bag, and he wasn't trying to give up that money. So, he chose to move on and go get that money. So, but still, we made it such a big deal. How many times do we need to bring Foles back before we retire him an Eagle? At least one more. So maybe this is it. I'm hoping like that he would just, and it's not because I hope that he retires, nothing like that, but I'm hoping he would come back and be like, listen, bro, like I'm good. I'm tired of getting traded around. I'm going to retire. Let's fix this contract, save you like $10 million, give it to me up front. I'm out, and then we save money on Wentz and we save money on Nick Foles. That would be the best case scenario. Funny people still think we aren't trading Wentz. And, I mean, look, we might not. Who knows? But, yeah, it's kind of – I don't know what you need to hear. Like, some people just need to hear straight from his mouth, which I understand. I respect that. But, yeah, it's going to happen. It's definitely going to happen. And we would have won it with Nick Foles. It's crazy, man. I don't like looking in the past. I don't like looking to the past, but I don't know, man. I don't understand why Wentz is so like, and I don't want to say entitled because that sounds wrong. Like, I'm not saying he's entitled. I'm not saying he's spoiled or not like that. But I feel like he thinks he deserves the starting spot. Like, he deserves it. Like, man, we reached some heights. Like, if we didn't win the Super Bowl and we just look at his stats, yeah, he was probably our better quarterback over the time that he was here. He was definitely a good quarterback, and 2017 was a great year. But if you add in those two stats, I mean that Super Bowl, I should say, and some of the playoff runs, you weren't here for it. You know what I'm saying? I forget who it was that said it, but like the past 4 years, the last person that took the snap as quarterback was not Carson Wentz. So it's like, how many times do you look over that? I think that as Eagles fans, we've overlooked a lot of things with Carson Wentz, and I like the guy. I'm not I hate that people make it seem like people are either like an apologist or you hate Wentz. Like, there's middle ground. At the end of the day, I'm an Eagles fan. It really doesn't matter to me who the quarterback is. So I just hope he figures it out soon so we can get right, so we can figure our stuff out. That's all I care about at this point. I just want to make sure we get the best out of him, whether that be in a trade or on the field. Realistically, I don't know if I believe in Jalen. I don't know if I really care if I believe in Jalen. I just want somebody that's going to care about being on the team. I'm just happy I won't have to hear God has a plan for me anymore. It's to win football games. Yeah, no, I respect his religion. I respect what he believes and what he stands for. But like, damn, bro, like I kind of feel like he does it like it kind of snarky almost sometimes. It's like he knows nobody wants to hear that, and he still says it. When you think the trade will be official, I think it's going to probably be midweek. I think like Wednesday you'll hear something. But I think it might be a shocker. I think a lot of people are saying that it's going to happen Monday. I don't see that just because I feel like the Colts dropped out once we kind of came out and set our price tag, which I don't think a lot of people are talking about. But I think the Colts don't want Wentz no more, especially at that price. So Chicago might get him for cheaper, to be honest. Like, Chicago might be able to swindle him for a little bit cheaper. Deshaun Watson said that, or not Deshaun Watson himself, but the franchise said that they are trying to hold strong onto Deshaun Watson. So who knows what's going to happen with that situation. Dak Prescott and his people seem pretty adamant. They said this morning that he will not be a free agent. So we'll see how everything happens around him. But right now it seems like the Colts don't really want Wentz at that price. The The only other team I've heard of was Denver and the 49ers actually making actually making calls, but who knows? But I don't think it'll happen Monday though. I think it'll happen probably like Wednesday. I think Wednesday. I think Monday will be more talking. Tuesday will be more talking. We have to see who's actually involved because I think once we actually dropped what our price tag is on them, I think some people kind of fell back a little bit, to be honest. Especially the Colts. I think the Colts fell back on it. In fact, the Eagles are low-key the most religious team in the league. I know, a bit ironic given our fan base. They even had a pastor on the Super Bowl team, Bertan. Yeah. Yeah, they pray before every game. They all very connected through that faith and everything, which is cool. I'm down with it. That's what's up. People saying Tariq. Yeah, no, that's a fake. That's a fake. I don't know why that gained so much traction, to be honest. Like the dude didn't even look real, like a real reporter. But yeah, Tariq Cohen came out and said that that's not real. That's not happening. I would have been pissed, to be honest. I would have been pissed if that's a trade. We don't need Tariq Cohen. Give me another first, because that's what we heard at first. Is that it would be 2 firsts and Foles. I would do that, but if you're taking away a first for Tariq, I'm good. If he wants out, I would try my best to send his ass to the Jets. Big facts, bro. They got a nice first round pick waiting for us. Watch the news drop some during Super Bowl halftime show. That would be insane. That would be insane. I don't think so. I honestly think they're still in talks. I don't think that it's as far as everybody's making it out to seem. I knew something was wrong with the play calling as soon as Doug called dumb plays in the Jacksonville game in 2018. At that point, I thought this team would go down in a bizarre way. Yeah, that was. I mean, you can definitely see that there was a definite decline. I'm thinking about just going over all the tape from like maybe 2018. Like we did a video with Dudley Do Wrong, and he did a video that was like Tua's whole year, like all his film, every game he went through a little bit of his film. And I'm thinking about doing that with like Carson, because I feel like you can see the decline. And I'm not trying to do it to like just hate on him, but like just to kind of get a retrospect back. It might be a little too late now that he's probably gonna get fired or traded. I don't know. We'll think. We'll see. Shout out to everybody that's in here, man. I know this was like really random. I just came in for a little while before, just to waste a little time before the Super Bowl game, man. And I got work to do and stuff, so I was like, let me just waste a little time, see what people are up to. Hurts is mentally stronger than Wentz, but if Roseman is in charge of the 53-man roster, it doesn't matter who the QB is because the draft will suck. Free agency will be non-existent. Like, I know this is. I actually can get. I do have the coaches tape. I do get coaches tape. I've done some a couple of film breakdowns on this channel before. Definitely check them out. Yeah, I could definitely get the coaches tape. I don't know how far back I can get it. That's the only problem. But either way. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh, I know this is gonna be unpopular opinion, but I feel like people give Howie a little bit too harsh of a rep with the draft. I mean, we have drafted some decent players, man. Like, I know that we missed on some big players, and that's what sticks out to a lot of people. But I feel like people totally lost faith in his ability to draft, or have people that have the ability to draft, and we'll be all right. I think we will be all right. I'm more worried about the 20th pick than yeah, we'll see. Hopefully Howie lets his actual scouts do a little bit of scouting this year. That would be nice, And hopefully with this, we actually get some type of real pro days or real type of measurement, because who knows, these guys could just make up a whole bunch of stuff to try and make their scouts look better, or their prospects look better, I should say. All right, but either way, I gotta go. I gotta actually go and do some work now, man. I've been holding it off, been lazy. But I appreciate everybody coming in here, chilling, man, for a little bit. I might go live a little bit later. Maybe I'll go live for the game if you guys want. I don't know. I don't know. I never know. But either way, y'all know what it is, man. Oh, we're gonna start back up the mock draft tomorrow. So we'll have the Lions pick and the Panthers pick coming out next week. So that'll be a lot of fun. Definitely be looking out for that. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe. Other than that, y'all know what it is, man. It is Fly Eagles Fly, and we are out here. Peace.